And how is it going, everyone? Welcome to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And I want to do something that I did some time ago with the normal cups, the base cups that this game has. But I want to do it with the DLC cups, which is beating them all on mirror mode, which shouldn't be hard. As you can see, those are all the base cup with 3 stars, but I didn't play a single one of the DLC ones, so that's what I want to try. I don't know if I'm gonna try hard to go for 3 stars, that's the thing, because a lot of these are way harder in, in that... the DLC cups are harder than the base ones in most of the cases, so we will see. I guess my objective is still going for 3 stars, but I guess that if it's too hard, I'm not gonna force it, If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But I feel like it shouldn't be a problem. It's not like the AI is that good in this game. But you can still get unlucky, that's the issue. And we start in Paris. Well, at least, for what I remember... I think, except for the last cups, I think most of them I remember relatively well. Hey Kyle, how is it going? Alright. So, how do you play this game? Okay, so... you can drift like that and then you use this for the item. Perfect. Okay, see, that's it. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know anything else. So, for some reason... Wait, there's something that doesn't add up here. I don't know if it's my imagination, but I think that my... I'm automatically moving to the right? I'm not pressing anything now, no, okay, maybe it's my imagination. Sorry, my bad. Hard to tell, but I thought I was moving to the right automatically. So it is also true that I moved the analog in case it was getting in the way. I'm surprised that it doesn't have a dead zone. I don't know how the configurations in the Switch work. I will assume that you can configure dead zone. I will be a little bit surprised if the controller is having those type of issues. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm still steering right barely. Wait, I think I might know why, actually. It's not a... I think it's not a coincidence. Yeah, okay. I know why it's happening. It's because I have the... It's not a dead zone or anything like that. It's that I have the gyroscope steering enabled. That's why that's happening. That's interesting, because with the gyroscope enabled, you can still use the arrows to steer. That's interesting. Yeah, this is the gyroscope. When you tilt the controller to the left and to the right, that's what happens. Well, I will have to disable it, but I can disable it on the next cup. Well, I can disable it in pause. It's just that I don't think it lets me pause before the race, does it? And I don't want to pause in the middle of the race, even if it's just at the beginning. So I can change it when I select the the character later. It's not like it's an issue. You saw that it wasn't an issue, so... no problem. As long as you keep your controller relatively centered, it's not a problem. Now that I think about it, I should have done that. The challenge will be beating all the cups using the gyroscope. That would have been cool. The issue is that I don't have room to do that. Because I have the microphone right in front of me, I wouldn't be able to put the hands in front of me. And if you don't have it in front of you, it's a little bit annoying. But yeah. At the same time though, kinda trying to drive when you have this thing enabled is actually hard. Well, not that hard, but I mean that it adds some challenge. So looking at it that way, I guess you can say that at least you are trying to challenge yourself. Yeah. And I thought it was the analog dead zone. I remember last time I played this, it was offline. I remember playing it with my sister, so to handicap myself, I used the gyroscope steering, which is not really that much of a handicap in the first place. I mean, it is. It's obviously easier to just control it with your D-pad, but it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's not that big of a deal if the skill difference is too big. Like if you have clearly way more practice than someone else, even with the physical steering, you're still gonna win. But yeah, it's the way this game works. The only time that you could have problem is in online. But since I don't have an online subscription, online is not gonna happen. I forgot how many points I had last time. I think I was close to 10,000. Or maybe I was even on 10,000. So that's cool. But yeah, at the same time, online of this game is basically a luck fest. You need to get lucky. Okay, that's not where you go. That's the wrong way. But that's also another thing about this mirror mode. Oh, there is a blue shell as well. And a lightning, as if it wasn't enough. Pretty good. Not enough to get iframes. But I was about to say that even if I don't remember all the tracks very well, I do remember some of them, and this is one of them. So playing them on mirror mode can be a little bit detrimental for my muscle memory. And when you play online, for example, mirror mode is something that barely happens. It has a very small chance. It can happen, but it has a very small chance of happening. It's like... that was close. It's like 200 cc, which is the fastest speed in the game. But that's something that is not by default in online. It happens with a small chance. Like the default is 100 if you are below 3000 rank points, or 150 if you are above 3000 rank points. So yeah, both mirror mode and 200cc are not something that you will see online very often. So because of that, playing these modes is mostly... There comes another blue shell, the second one in the race. And obviously the second one that I have to eat. This shouldn't stop. Waluigi is coming in pretty fast though. Nah, but not fast enough. Get on. Yeah. Throw that red shell. I'm sure it's gonna work. Alright. One more. We can get the first 3 stars. 3 stars is something that happens when you win every single race in a cup. If you win every race... Oh, Coconut Mall, really? Yeah, I remember that it was in the first cup. I thought it was a lot later. Well, I don't mind, I mean... Just that... Well, I think that the Wii version of this track is harder, but... I remember this track on the Wii version being very close to losing multiple times. Or straight up losing. But that will be an issue for the 3-star dream. But I guess my objective will just be winning the cups. And if I see that by the end of it, most of the cups have 3 stars, I can go for the remaining ones. Which is the same thing that happened with the base cups. I was playing the base cups to unlock the golden card body, I think. So I did that. And you only need 1 star. But since I was reaching the end of the cups and for the most part I had 3 stars, essentially I decided to try hard to go 3 stars. And I'm surprised I got so lucky in the first 2 races. Didn't get a single blue shell, but now I get them all. But yeah, even if racing against the CPU is very easy, well, compared to online at least, you can still get very randomly killed by blue shells, lightning, red shells, basically the whole arsenal, and it's all a matter of luck. So if I'm not mistaken, when you race against the AI, I think that it's more moderate. Like, I think the AI cannot get that many items in a row against you. I think, I'm not sure, but I think it's more permissive. So we get 60. So yeah, those are 3 stars, at least. At least we get the first 3 stars. But yeah, there are a lot of tournaments here that are quite annoying. Because they have annoying races. Well, annoying tracks. The races are races, but the races obviously happen in tracks. But yeah, the first one, 3 stars. So Waluigi and Wario seem like they will be my opponents if I use this character, that is. I guess for variety I could keep swapping the character. The character, unless you go to a different category of character, it doesn't make that much of a difference. So if I pick Kamek right now, I don't think it makes a very big difference. So wait, before that, how do you change the options? Here. So to disable this, you press that. Okay, so as you can see there, I actually am able to not have the physical steering. But yeah, as you also saw, it's not that big of a deal. You can have that and still use the arrows and it's still fine. No problem. Yeah, I guess one day I should try it as a challenge. I don't know what I'm like. I will have to do it like this. Problem is that it's very uncomfortable, so I need to purposely avoid my microphone. But yeah, I guess something like that. The biggest issue is that I don't have a place to rest my arms, so I will get tired very quickly. And since there are so many cups, it will take a while. So those arms of mine will have to withstand some abuse. Yeah. There are a lot of these urban circuits that are from Mario Kart Tour that they can be slightly confusing, especially since they change their layout constantly. But yeah, that's fine. So be it. Oh, I was going through the grass. Still work. Nice. I guess that I don't have as much of a margin as I initially thought, because you can see on the minimap that both Koopa Jr., Bowser Jr., and Lucky too, well, and now Link as well, they can pose a problem. Not really gaining that much of an advantage at all. That's surprising considering that I had both a banana peel and a megaphone, and it was still not enough to keep them away. Well, obviously. Oh, that was the last lap. So there was still one more. Well, I'm glad I I got first place before it was too late. But yeah, that's another thing. Since these urban circuits constantly change layout, it's hard to tell what lap you're in. Some laps are shorter than others, or longer, obviously. They completely change the length. So sometimes you're on the last lap, but because one of the previous laps was shorter, you think it's still the second lap. Doesn't help, especially when you get the squid, well, the ink squid in your screen. You cannot see anything. That's also a little bit of an issue. Hey, that's fine. At least in tracks like this, since they are always the same in terms of the layout doesn't change with the laps, it's easier to know what lap you're in. Not to mention that these are also classic tracks. I guess that will make the familiarity with the tracks better, because since there are so many returning tracks from other Mario Kart games, I think that it's a lot easier to remember them, since I played this once multiple times before. So the megaphone doesn't make the squid go away. I thought it did, I guess not. But the megaphone will make anything go away, but no. Seems that it only works on the items that get thrown at you. Well, which is more than enough. Just that, yeah, cannot do anything against the lightning or against the... Speaking of which, now, against the lightning or against the squid, there's nothing you can do. Also like that if you look at the minimap, most of the rivals, since they are so far behind me, a lot of them get bullet bills. Since bullet bills in this game work by proximity. Alright. Yeah, so far so good. But it seems that because I picked Kamek, my rivals now are more supposed to be Bowser underlings. Because in this game, believe it or not, the AI rivals are not fully random. The ones that are gonna try to win depend on which character you pick. So in this case, apparently, the Bowser underlings are fighting for Bowser's approval. Yeah. It's a cool little thing. It obviously adds some personality to the CPU races. Okay, I gotta be careful with this track. Remember when I played it online? By trying to take shortcuts, I constantly fell off the track. This is a shortcut. You don't need a mushroom for this. No, you do need it. Okay. I don't know why I thought you didn't need it. But yeah, you do need a mushroom for that. Well, it's gonna be useful for next time. I should probably not take that shortcut, just that it seems that that shortcut is very useful. Oh. I'm gonna take you with me, Link. Okay. Wasn't gonna let that opportunity pass. And now you're overdoing it, mister. Jesus. Alright. So as you can see, winning is never guaranteed, no matter how easy the CPU might or might not be. You are never guaranteed to win. Wow, nice mix. Very good mix. Well, as long as it's not a blue shell, at least I can shield myself from one thing. And the exit is, well, the exit. The finish line is right there. No problem. Got it. Okay. So far, so good. So far, so good, but yeah, there are 12 cups in total. The odds that I win every single race on the first try are not very high. Not extremely low either, but they are not the highest, so need to proceed with caution. And also in terms of the pace, I want to get them all today. I will need 4 cups an hour. I need to beat 4 cups in an hour if I want to optimally beat this today. Obviously, that's something that implies not resetting once. Well, by resetting I mean not retrying a single cup. Okay, I also should remember this is a hard track. I don't remember if I ever won this track, because it has some... Yeah, that last corner is extremely nasty. It really is. But at least the blue shell doesn't hit me. I didn't even see that guy. But this track might be the first stone in the way of getting that perfect record. This track is just hard no matter what. And if I'm not mistaken, this is a Mario Kart 8 original. Like, this is a track that is only in this game. My biggest issue is this corner. I just cannot do it properly. Though that that was almost a shortcut. But I think it's also because I'm using an inward bike. It will be easier if you use a normal kart instead of this. But I'm too used to inward bikes to switch now, that's the issue. I will not be able to switch. But yeah, in this particular case, it's very clearly easier to just use a regular kart for that corner. That being said, it's still a hard corner. It's not like a normal kart is gonna magically make you do it without failure. Should be easier than inward, and I win. Okay. And I think that, well, maybe aside from Rainbow Road Wii, this might be the hardest race in the DLCs, in the DLC cups. I'm trying to remember another one, but I think this one might be the hardest one, the Ninja Hideout. To remember, you know, it might be this one, though there are some urban circuits that are a little bit annoying. Especially, like things like, for example, that Grease track It's called Athena something. That one is hard. So that one might be an issue, though it's one of the last cups at least. Alright. So what other character can I pick? They have to be medium weight, though I guess heavyweight is not bad either. I can just go with Rosalina. This is the character I used to use a lot. Online, that is. I think that before I actually started playing online, I didn't even use inward bikes. I think that inward bikes just click better for me. The issue is that if I try to play another Mario Kart game after this one, it's gonna be impossible. Well, unless it's Mario Kart Wii that also has inward bikes. Though, I mean, if you go back, most Mario Kart games just play very differently. So for example, Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo has nothing to do with this game. So I don't think it will matter that much. They all have different physics, even if they try to more or less be the same. Hey Yannick, how is it going? Wow. Do you see that? Seems that I want to challenge myself a little bit more. That's why I threw those shells against myself. This is Rosalina card, except that it's not a card, it's a bike, but that's fine too. Yeah, my idea is basically picking different characters. It's just that I find a hard time remembering who is middleweight, who is heavyweight, and who is lightweight. Well, the babies are lightweight, and the Bowser variations are heavyweight. That match is for sure. But then, who is medium or not on the rest might be a little bit harder to guess. I will try though. Rosalina. Oh, that's right. Rosalina is actually heavyweight. I forgot about that. She's not medium weight, even though she's similar stat-wise to medium weight. She's actually heavyweight. I forgot that. You're right. So I guess I could pick other heavyweights. Well, maybe not Bowser. Bowser might not be a good idea. But I could pick... well, I think that Funky Kong is also like a heavyweight, right? He's like Donkey Kong. I mean, actually, that's something that I didn't think of, but I could have picked all of the DLC characters for the DLC Cups. Though I don't think there are 12 DLC characters, I think there are less. Because you have a Birdo, well, Pichette, you have, what else do you have? Kamek, the Wiggler, well, Diddy Kong, Funky Kong, and who else? I think actually, maybe I'm forgetting one. Oh yeah, PT Piranha. That's another one. But yeah, aside from that, those are the DLCs. So I guess there are not enough DLCs as there are cups, so I guess picking a non-DLC character is fine. But yeah, at the same time, DLC characters like PT Piranha and Funky Kong, I'm pretty sure that it might be hard to control. So maybe it's not the best idea to pick them, but I could try. I guess the next one could be Diddy Kong. Don't see why not. In fact, I don't think I used Diddy Kong almost at all ever since he released. He was part of the last DLC wave, if I'm not mistaken, alongside Funky Kong. Hey Blue, how is it going? There are 11 weight tiers. 11? Well, they can be mostly summarized with lightweight, medium weight, and heavyweight, right? I gotta take homework, so I'll be AFK for a while. No problem. I mean, after all, it's Mario Kart. You will see what you are used to. There won't be anything new. Rosalina is 7-11 weight. Does that mean that her diet is exclusively 7-11 meals? That's interesting. Rosalina, the kind of girl that just eats out of 7-Eleven because she cannot cook. That's an interesting fan fiction. I approve of it. She can't cook for shit. It's just like Raiden, exactly. And they are both heavyweights. The 7-Eleven category, that's pretty funny, I gotta say. Unintentionally. Yeah, pretty funny. Well, I guess better than being the two categories after that one. It's better than that for sure. I guess the weight categories definitely have some shit posting material, I can tell you. I shouldn't have done. Okay, it didn't bounce against me yet. Well, that was close. I don't think this is necessarily faster. Probably not, but whatever, who cares? Well, I hit PT Piranha that was in second place. But yeah. I will see. I mean, I don't think that here it's gonna make that big of a difference. I mean, the difference I don't think is gonna be big enough to be an issue. I mean, my opponent is the AI, so I feel like it should be fine. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. Oh, and this track, this is an interesting one. This one is also relatively hard. Has a lot of tight corners. See, it's for tracks like this that I'm a little bit afraid of using heavyweights. Using heavyweights in a track that has so many corners and they are all so tight, it just doesn't seem like a good idea. I mean, basically, for those who don't know, as a general rule, the heavier you are, the more speed you have, but also the less handling you have. So basically, someone like Bowser is supposed to be a very heavy character, so he's supposed to be fast, but he sucks in corners. Obviously, that's oversimplifying it, because this game, for some reason, despite being so casual friendly, thought that it was a good idea to have hidden stats. A lot of these characters have hidden stats, and it includes like underwater speed, anti-gravity speed, flying speed, all that shit, right? All of that can obviously make it very different in how good or bad the character is gonna be. So that's the biggest issue. I almost got the squish. Kyle is using AI to chat. Unbelievable. Wait, I meant to throw that backwards. I keep forgetting that the bomb by default gets thrown forward. It's okay. I mean, in Mario Kart you have items that get thrown by default backwards and other forwards. Not all of them follow the same logic, so I forgot that the bomb by default gets thrown forwards, which is a shame. Okay, so here it's important that I don't get hit by a ball. Will be cool. Didn't happen. And doesn't seem like anyone has any items, so I win. There you go. Motorcycle go bro. Why would a motorcycle say bro? I don't think the bomb hits you if you hold it behind. I think it depends on your speed. If you're going slow enough, I think it does hit you. Like, a lot of times I put the bomb behind me and it didn't hit me, like neither the item nor the bomb. I think that if you're going too slow, the explosion catches you. Well, I guess I should have kept it behind assuming I was going fast, but I guess it also depends on the angle, like if you're steering it might still hit you or something. Alright, so to keep DLC characters I could use Pauline. Keep forgetting that Pauline is a DLC character.
Here we go!
Here we go. Indeed, here we go. Alright, on to the Propeller Cup. Yeah, Kyle got mine broken by AI. Why you always playing as a girl? Dude, the second character that I picked was Kamek. Kamek is not a girl, as far as I know. Pauline got the same weight as Rosalina. Yeah, that makes sense. They seem to be very similar in terms of body type. They are both tall women, so it makes sense. Well, in fact, Rosalina in the Mario Galaxy games is supposed to be, well, at least the projections that she has are supposed to be galactic. Like, she's supposed to be giant. But yeah, in her regular form, she's tall. She's still tall. That's the thing. And well, Pauline is obviously tall. You can see that both in the original Donkey Kong and in, well, especially compared to Mario, and in Odyssey. But yeah. It's okay, bro. Since it seems that you hate seeing girls on screen, the next one is most likely not gonna be a girl. Well, though Birdo is another one of the DLC characters, so that's another one I could pick. But then again, Birdo... calling Birdo a girl... I guess it's not... very straightforward. But yeah. Now, I don't know. There are some characters in the bottom of the screen that are collabs. Like you have the Inklings, Link, Isabelle, for example. You have those. Well, Isabelle, I think it's also DLC, right? Actually don't remember. Then again, it would have felt wrong to not play a cup without Rosalina, so I don't regret picking her. But yeah, I think that the quote-unquote special characters are all lined up on the bottom of the character selection and on the right side. So yeah. I think that makes 12 in total. So there will be one that wouldn't be played. I mean, I guess I could exclude either the Inkling or whatever. I don't give a shit about Splatoon. I don't know though. We will see. Like, actually, I could try remembering them as an exercise. So on the right side of the screen you have Birdo, PT Piranha, Ichet, Kamek. This is gonna be harder to remember than I thought. Well, and on the bottom you have Link, the Inkling, Isabel, Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong, not Donkey Kong, I mean Funky Kong. And then you have another one in the bottom line, but I don't remember who. Unless the Inkling is occupying 2 slots. Like one is the female Inkling and the other one is the male one. I think they might have 2 different slots. Oh, another DLC character that appears on the right is Peach, Cat Peach. I forgot about that one. But that means that I'm missing another one. I don't know which one it will be. Oh yeah, Wiggler. So basically those are the characters. Well, if that's the case, I will assume that what will happen is me skipping one of the Inklings. Okay, I don't regret picking Rosalina. Rosalina deserves being picked at least once. Just the way it is. So, I don't know what's going on in this race, but I'm getting fucked. And also very cheeky of the devs to put Donkey Kong as my rival. Actually canon. Hey, come on, Donkey Kong should know better than that. Wait, is he right next to me? He is, right? I cannot... Yeah, he was right next to me. And that was close. Donkey Kong is one of my rivals. Indeed very cheeky of the devs. Pick Paulina and you get Donkey Kong. But yeah, it's as I said, it's something that makes sense. It's custom, tailor-made. So, Donkey Kong with such a such a big cart, and then you have the Shy Guy that is super small with a super small cart. That's funny. It's a shame that I'm so used to inward bikes in this game, because quite honestly, a lot of carts look... How nice. A lot of carts look very cool. I also do remember this track giving me trouble because of the mushroom champs. These mushroom champs are... I didn't mean to do that. Those mushroom champs are, for some reason, a lot harder than the Wii version. I don't know why. There are some decisions that are weird in this game. But yeah, these mushrooms, for some reason, are a lot harder to get them right compared to the Wii version. It's fine though. Nice. I don't know if it's gonna be nice here, because this is the last lap and I'm not even first place. So I have my doubts. I guess what I can do in that mushroom section is not jumping. I basically drive. Let the mushrooms bounce you, because if you try doing that, you're gonna go faster than you're intended. And that's not good. We're gonna end up falling. Yeah, I think that's why it's harder. Though, technically in the Wii version, you could still do those tricks and get a booster, I guess. Yeah, that is true. But it's easier to do tricks in this game. For the Wii, you had to like shake the Wiimote. I don't remember what you needed to do if you had a GameCube controller. I think you move the analog. Or not the analog, but I think there was a way to do it with the GameCube controller. I just don't remember what was the way. Okay. I do remember when I played Mario Kart Wii on an actual Wii. And I used the physical steering with the Wiimote, and it was something, because you needed to shake the Wiimote every time that you jump to do a trick. If there were a lot of jumps in a row, you will look like a moron. Even more so of a moron than you already look by swinging a Wiimote around. So yeah. I remember that I also had the steering wheel. Like, you basically had a plastic thingy where you will put the Wiimote in and it will look like an actual steering wheel instead of just a Wiimote. So she sings. She sings when she has the anti-gravity thing. Okay, that one didn't hit me, thankfully. Is she singing the lyrics of a song? Of the song she sings in the actual game, in Odyssey? That would be cool. Like, each champ was a line of the lyrics. It will look like that guy from the Nike ad. From the Nike ad. That will be... Yeah, that ad is something. And I was about to say Korean ads are in another level, but that wasn't a Korean ad. I mean, Nikke is a Korean game, but that ad was from Thailand, right? Or something. It was a Southeast Asia country. So yeah, pretty nice. You imagine watching television and suddenly you get that ad. That will be interesting. It will make watching television interesting. So yeah. Those kind of ads will never fly here. That's for sure. It will be funny if they did. And yeah, maybe people will watch TV again. It's a possibility. Alright, so for the DLC characters, I think that the DLC characters are this. And then these four are supposed to be... But I feel like Isabel... Oh, I'm also forgetting the villager. Well, I don't care about the villager either. Well, in that case... We can go with Wiggler. No, let's go with Funky Kong. I like this guy a lot. He's a pretty cool bro. Problem is the last track of this cap being that autumn thing from Mario Kart Wii might be an issue. That track is not easy. But yeah, I mean, you can say that about every single cup of these DLC cups, I mean. But yeah. And I remember when I used to watch TV. It was a very long time ago. I remember that cable companies here were super scummy. They will inject their own ads over the channel ads. And sometimes they did that for longer than they should, making you actually lose seconds of whatever program you were watching. I really am glad that television is pretty much dying almost completely. They deserve to die. Absolute garbage. Like garbage content, garbage advertisement, and obviously the fact that you need to tune in at a special time to watch what you want. But yeah, it deserves to die. Indeed. But yeah, it's still not dead. Unfortunately, it's still kicking. Hopefully one day it kicks the bucket. But yeah, no, not yet. Journalism nets, yeah, that will be cool too. But the thing about journalism is that it's an abstract concept. Journalism can exist in the form of a newspaper, in the form of a blog, in the form of a news portal, in the form of a news broadcast in television. So I don't think journalism is gonna die, unfortunately. That being said, you could argue that journalism is dead already, because real journalism is almost non-existent. Nobody is honest anymore in how they report shit, so... I swear, Donkey Kong, if you win, I will be very pissed. He hit someone. Very nice of you. As long as you don't hit me again. Wait, is he next to me? Oh, he is. Just that, you know that the mini-map in this game, the icon of the character is so big and it's not transparent. So when you try to see someone that is close to you, you cannot. Not on the minimap, at least. Big coal? What the fuck is big coal? It's a coal that is big? Big coal? That's the first time I hear that term. Are you talking about like petroleum companies? I'm pretty sure that coal and petroleum are a little bit different. They serve the same purpose. They are both used as fuel. But yeah, a little bit differently. This is also another hard track, by the way. You know that maybe for this cup I should have picked another... I should have picked another character, because using a hard character like Funky Kong with these tracks seems like it's just a bad idea. Like I'm just asking to get fucked. I also like that Funky Kong uses a surfing board when he's about to transform to... He's out to transform to water. That's a pretty neat detail. I mean, Funky Kong in the Donkey Kong Country... Well, no, he uses it always, actually. Not necessarily when he's out to transform. I guess it makes sense. It's it's a character-defining trait after all. Alright, so can you stop hitting me? Because the track is hard already. To also deal with all this shit. I got it. Remember the carbon footprint thingy. Oh, I know what you're saying, yeah. Well, that's actually, there is a conspiracy going on that the fuel companies are making, how is it called? They are making ecologist activists interrupt random events. Like, the conspiracy here is that it's not the ecologists doing that by themselves, but rather the ecologists being paid by those companies so that their reputation gets lower. That's obviously a conspiracy, nothing more. But yeah, it's a conspiracy that is interesting, because I think that you could say that it's effective, because there is I will say a non-trivial amount of people that, because of that sort of trouble that ecologist movements do, a lot of people don't like them. Paying an ecologist, maybe not. I don't know. Like, as I said, it's a conspiracy that also sounds ridiculous. Because, I mean, yeah, you're paying the guy that precisely wants you dead. But, you know, it will be interesting. But yeah, I don't know. There are so many conspiracies out there. It's hard to tell. Well, the thing is that paying a random guy or two doesn't tend to be the case, because the people that are in those, like, that interrupt big events to have an ecologist message tend to be like 10 people, unless you are saying that they pay the organizer of that, which could be. But yeah, I don't know. Anything is possible. I mean, there's been already so many ridiculous things happening that I feel like something like that doesn't sound that ridiculous. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, yes, but... Uh-oh, I might lose this one. Will be sad. No, okay, I didn't. Damn. Funky Kong is having the time of his life. Just give him pocket money of a few thousand to throw tomatoes to a painting. Yeah, there is also that. The CAA doesn't provide gangs with weapons, bro. Yeah, of course not. They wouldn't do that. They are the good guys, obviously. But yeah. My personal advice is, in those type of cases, I mean, in this type of conspiracies, like, my best advice is to not think too much about it. Because the more you think about it, the more that is gonna fuck with you. And it's not like there's anything you can do to solve it. I don't know. It's... I mean, that applies to most things. Things that are outside of your scope, that are a problem, are better if you don't think too hard about them. That's when you start wanting to... That's when you start wanting to commit crimes, and that's not good. You know? You don't want to be a criminal. Wait, is that gonna hit Luigi? It will. Alright. Okay, man, Donkey Kong, man, this asshole has been on my tail all the cut. Can you believe that? The whole cup has been on my tail. He doesn't show any sign of stop doing that. Of stopping doing that. So yeah, will be an issue. At least thankfully, with how relatively complex this track is, I'm not doing that badly. It's okay. It's going well. Going well enough. I will say that we are fine. But there is another blue shell. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There is a surprising amount of blue shells. At least the previous one didn't hit me. But still, a lot of them. So I win, at least. So yeah. Speaking Funky Kong wasn't a bad idea. I really wonder who is the first character that is gonna lose. I really want to know who is the first character that is gonna dare losing. Yeah, she's innocent, of course. Of course she is. Okay. But yeah. Well, I will have to think who to use on the last cup. That is the one that has interesting tracks in it. Alright. So, on to... I could pick Diddy Kong. I hope you are not the first one at losing, Mr. Diddy. This one is supposed to be a lightweight, which means that he's gonna be slow, but he's gonna probably have a lot of handling. And having a lot of handling is good, but it can also mess with your muscle memory if you are not used to lightweights, because, you know, there's not much you can do if you are used to steering a specific amount and all of a sudden you're supposed to steer less because otherwise you're oversteering. So Diddy Kong is the first lightweight that I played today, so it will be an issue, but hopefully he's gonna do fine, don't worry about it. Well, that guy had a green shell, see? Seems that the AI is smart enough to do that. I wonder if they also... because you know that obviously this game has patches. I wonder if there's been a patch that made the AI smarter or not. I have no clue. It could be, it could not be, I don't know. Will be quite interesting. Because I remember last time that I played Mirror, none of these guys even got close to me. Though I did lose a couple of times. But at the same time I think I was just worse at playing the game, so... Oh, nice. You're not supposed to go there. Mr. Didi. Well, I guess getting used to the steering is not that bad. Like, I don't think I'm having trouble figuring out the steering particularly. That being said, I'm still getting fucked, but seems that the second place is... Well, okay, it's not that far away from me. He's right there. So it's Kamek. Is here for some action. Oh. This track is also not easy at all, dude. Alright, but I got it. Okay. Yeah, I guess maybe there isn't that big of a deal when it comes to the different weights, at least not against the CPU. I wonder if I did all these switches online, how it would work. I have a hard time imagining it. But I'm sure it's gonna be fine. And that car looks so cool. That's what I'm talking about. I regret not being able to drive cars in this game. There are so many good looking ones. Like, if I were to choose a car, you will see how bad. Like, just how bad I play. Oh, I think I hit the piranha plant that was in the middle of that roundabout with that bomb. So you stun it for a little bit. So you know that today, as it's usual, I also had trouble deciding what to play. And I downloaded like 3 I Wanna Be the Guy fan games. And I didn't play a single one, obviously. But I just had trouble. So I was like, nah, I don't want to play this one, let's play this other one. And then I was like, no, I'd rather play this other one. And then basically, I didn't play any. I just decided to do, like, fuck it, Mario Kart. It's gotta be Mario Kart. But yeah, you can always fall back to Mario Kart. Just that without the online subscription, playing offline? Well, there is also another challenge after this one that I can do offline, which is beating the staff ghosts on the DLC tracks. The issue is that the staff ghosts on the DLC tracks are significantly harder than the ones on the not DLC ones. On the base ones. But yeah, that might be an issue. Just like that blue shell there. It's fine. Pauline is still far, no issues. So Pauline and Donkey Kong are your rivals here. Since they are both characters from Donkey Kong. And there are so many arcade games from that era that I just can't bring myself to play. I mean, my issue with a lot of the games back then, which also share the same issue with a lot of Atari games, is that they are endless. There is no way to beat them. The only thing you can do is get a high score. And I'm not a fan of that, because who am I competing against? What high score do I want to get? This is not a real arcade. It's not like I'm really competing against anyone. There is no leaderboard. It's that sort of stuff that just cannot bring myself to play, but I also wouldn't see any reason to do so. Endless games were very common back then. There wasn't a congratulations screen or whatever. You basically just had the generic game over screen. I'm in a very bad position right now, actually. This is bad. This is the final lap. So having the second place so close to me seems like a very big issue. Well, as long as a blue shell... Yeah, that's a red shell, that's fine. As long as a blue shell doesn't come... Yeah, that basically is just shinsing myself. But... Well, that or that one of the guys behind me gets like 3 red shells. That would also be bad. Okay, but no blue shell and no excess of red shells either, so we win. No problem. It's a little bit early for Christmas though. I mean, this Christmas track seems a little bit out of place, but it's fine. Well, I mean, it's gonna be Christmas in 9 months. Oh, and then we have a Rainbow Road. Yeah, that's right, because this is the Seeds Cup. So the Seeds Cup is supposed to be like the final cup of the first half, so it ends with a Rainbow Road. Problem is that it ends with like... This Rainbow Road is a little bit rough. It's a relatively short Rainbow Road, because it's one of those that doesn't loop. Instead of looping, what it does is basically it has a... Well, I mean, technically it does loop. Just that the laps are not beginning and end of the loop. The laps are basically checkpoints in the middle of the track. So because of that, it's a relatively short track, but it's also hard, which means that the choking potential is very high. It's very easy to choke something like this. Not to mention that it's Rainbow Road, so that means you can randomly die at any point in time. And a blue shell to top it off, amazing. Wow, and that will set me back quite a lot. Like, falling there, probably one of the worst places to fall. We are still in it. So this is the final quote-unquote lap. That's a problem, yeah. I will say that's a problem. Kamek is on the lead. It will be very sad if Kamek is the one that cucks me out of the 3 stars. But it could happen. I mean, he's right there. Nah, we got it. Okay. So if I had gotten hit by that banana peel he threw, I would have lost, most likely. Oh, yeah. Okay, so at least the very first half of the DLC tracks has been fully completed with all stars. No, none of the characters choke. I like the denying my responsibility, right? Just shifting the blame to the characters. Okay, so far everything did what they could, which is winning. Oh, and you get the credits, even though it's like the first one. But bro, this is the first one. Can I at least skip them? Yes, you can. That was weird. I thought that you only got the credits on the... like when you beat all 12 cups, but for some reason you got it there too. I wasn't gonna let the the credits roll. I guess we can use... let's use PT. Here, Reddit. We are getting the Reddit here, indeed. You believe it? So, since you're the weightest Perianic, I will assume that PT Piranha is one of the heaviest characters in the game, right? Or maybe not, I don't know. I mean, he doesn't look as heavy as someone like Bowser. He might still be an issue. Okay, so he is the heaviest, never mind. Same as Bowser. So this could be trouble. The heaviest character in the game. Alright. Nah, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. What's the worst thing that could happen? I mean, besides, I think that the weight... oh, I mean, it obviously affects any type of vehicle. But I feel that it affects mostly... it affects mostly carts. If you use an inward bike, it feels like it very heavily deals with that without any issues, you know? Wait. Ouch. Yeah, I'm not noticing any difference. I guess it does have less of an impact on an inward bike. Because I'm not noticing that these corners are much harder than how I was doing them with Diddy Kong. And if I'm not mistaken, everyone is going on reverse. That's the magic of urban circuits. Hey, if I'm not mistaken, Diddy Kong is a lightweight. So, you know. Oh. Yeah, that one was close, but as you can see, it's still quite easy. Are you collecting the updudes? No, I am not. No, we don't have any upvotes here. We don't upvote. Upvoting doesn't work here. We are free from upvoting culture. So yeah, don't worry about it. We are absolutely free. Absolutely. Unless I was dual streaming on YouTube. but I'm not. Though I didn't check again if restreaming added more servers. I doubt that they did though. When Twitch made that change that you don't need to be partnered to do dual streaming, I wonder if Restream got a lot more. I will assume that Restream got a lot more users. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they added more servers. It will be nice to have a server that doesn't suck. It will be quite beautiful. But yeah. I am winning by so much. And I don't think that's because I'm super fast with Piranha Plant or whatever. It's just that in this race I didn't get hit by anything. Like, by absolutely anything. Nothing at all hit me. Can you believe that? No hits. Only wins. Well, that doesn't really rhyme. But then again, not many words rhyme with hit. I mean, I know of one word that rhymes with hits, but wouldn't be appropriate. Not to mention that Piranha Plant doesn't have any, so at least I want to imagine. I mean, it's a plant. It shouldn't have. Technically, it's a plant with arms and legs, so you never know. I'm not very interested on the anatomy either. For a song like this one, they should have included the original one. Because I don't think the remix in this song really adds anything. It's not a bad remix, but it just feels like it's remixed for the sake of being remixed. There goes that. Wait, okay, this is not the last lap yet. Gotta be careful. I really want to know who is the first one to lose. Who is the first character that is not gonna win? But yeah, I guess that's the clarification. Technically, none of them are gonna lose. Just that they can not win. And not winning here, it counts as losing to me. But yeah. Just gotta win, bro. And a lot of lightnings, huh? Wait. That Rosalina that got to second place got there because of the bullet deal. And I think she... Oh, well, that's bad. See, low battery is not a good signal. I mean, I could connect this thing, but... The question is if it's gonna last an hour or something. I mean, if someone loses there, it will be because of low battery. Indeed. That's a little bit scary. I should probably start preparing to connect this shit. Because I don't think it's gonna last for the remaining of the cups. I have a feeling it will not. And if it doesn't... it will be an issue. I guess I can do it when it puts low battery again, because it insists to you to recharge it. I guess next time that it says low battery, I will connect. I mean, it makes sense, because it's been a while since I played with the Switch. And basically any device, even if they supposedly have a lot of battery before you stop using them, if there is a lot of time that passes without use, that battery is not gonna stay there, you know. So yeah. A lot of coins, huh? These are Yoshi coins. Right. I also think that this might be one of those games that when you run out of battery, it most likely pauses the game immediately. That's not good. That's even worse. See, if that was the last lap, man, they just keep on going. Holy fuck. I'm gonna murder you all so badly, you're gonna regret doing this shit. I didn't even see that shroom. God damn. Or that crowd. The issue here is that unfortunately my speed is gonna be lacking simply because I don't have any coins. I have 0. Well, now I have 1, I guess. Better than nothing. Okay, at least I got a banana peel. So if someone wants to be a dick, they will have to have a blue shell. Oh, someone also summoned the bridge. Doesn't matter, I still win, okay. That was close. That was very close. Donkey Kong almost cucked me out of the... Almost cucked me out of the 3 stars. So yeah, thankfully it didn't happen. But yeah, I probably should start thinking of connecting this thing. I will be surprised if it actually manages to last an hour. Like the battery after it says low battery. I think it lasts for like half an hour. So yeah, you gotta be careful. I guess we can pick Birdo. I think Birdo is supposed to be a DLC character. But it's a DLC character I don't really give a shit about. Oh, you can pick different colors with Birdo? I never pick Birdo. You can tell by the exclamation mark. I don't know. This one looks cool. Well, maybe cool is not the word, but yeah. It looks. Alright. Let me start grabbing the cable real quick. Okay. I'm gonna connect it in one of these loading screens. I mean, I could connect it to this. It's just that... No, I think it's better to connect it first to that so I have better maneuvers. Because it's hard to properly aim at the USB port on the Switch. The USB port on the Switch is one of those that it's just very, very hard to aim if you are not actively looking at it. Like, it's just very, very hard. We will see what happens. Right, the noises that Birdo makes are pretty funny though, I must admit. I gotta admit, they are indeed quite funny. Even when she gets hit. I guess the other DLC character that is remaining is the Wiggler. Just that I don't know if characters like Cat Peach are supposed to be DLC or if they are just new characters that came with Deluxe. Because it's not the same thing. Like, there are some DLCs for the original Mario Kart 8, right? But I'm pretty sure that those DLCs are base content in this game. And I think Cat Peach might be one of them. That's what I don't know. No, I'm not sure. Nice. At least that gave me the iframe. But wait, this is the final lap. If I don't win here, I will be tragic. Well, at least if I didn't win here, you still get the... You still get to retry. Now, all of the rivals that you're getting hit here are actually rivals from Yoshi's Island, which makes sense because I think that that's what Birdo is supposed to be. I don't know, I didn't play Yoshi's Island, so I cannot tell, but I think she's supposed to be the same species as Yoshi or something, I don't know. Something like that. Not very well versed in Mario lore. So I cannot tell. It's probably something like that. I can't believe that it bounced it in a way that it actually hit me. Or maybe it was another one. Nice. It's gonna be hard though to do this in a loading screen. I will have to hurry up a lot to actually make it work on a loading screen. But I'm sure it's gonna work out. Surely. Surely there is no issues. Some of these corners are tough to do with an inward bike. Oh, I shouldn't. Oh, that intercepted the red shell. Holy shit! I was lucky. That blue shell is not lucky though. Damn it. It's fine. Second place is not that close though, it's not... Oh! Wasn't expecting that guy. And that red shell either. Okay. This is bad. You are such an asshole. Whoever threw that bomb, I hate you. It was probably one of the baby characters. I still won though. But I guess I cannot complain. But yeah, that was very close. Alright, let me see if I can connect this. I actually was able to connect it, believe it or not. I mean, now I need to connect it to the... Well, I will do that on the next race. On the next loading screen. But yeah. I was somehow able to connect it without taking that long. Kinda surprised. But yeah. I'm never a fan of connecting the controller to the Switch if I'm in the middle of the streaming, that is. If I'm streaming, it can be very, very uncomfortable, especially with the microphone right in front of me. It's not that good of an idea. But hey, at least it worked. Well, I still need to connect it to the controller itself. That part is not precisely hard. That part is okay. Pretty nice. I'm gonna say that the color that I picked for Bird doesn't really combine with the bike. It's a little bit I kinda look like a clown. I should have picked the red one. Just that the blue color looks good. But it looks good if I was using other colors, which I'm not. So yeah. This is the only race so far in this cup that hasn't been close to losing. Hey, that's cool. But usually the hardest stuff tends to be at the end. On the last track, that's the one that tends to... Oh yeah, I need to connect this thing. Hold up. There you go. I will connect it, instead of connecting it to the Switch, I will connect it to like the... Wait, is it charging? Yeah, it is. I will connect it to the computer, but you know that Nintendo is a company that doesn't like you using hardware in non-official hardware. So basically, if you connect a Nintendo Pro Controller into a PC, it's not gonna charge. Or at least not right away. I think that you might need to download some shit or something. But I think that normally it doesn't charge. What it does do though is recognizing it for playing. But I think that charging doesn't do it, which is a little bit weird. It's usually if it recognizes it to play, it will also recognize it to charge it, right? The PC explodes. It's integrated with a GPS. Indeed. Has everything you might or might not ask for. Also, I gotta be careful. This is the last lap, you know. This is the last lap, and I'm not even first. Now I am, though. Alright. Just keep it cool. Got a banana peel. The issue is that here a blue shell will be devastating. The second place is quite close, but not close enough to get hit by the blue shell. So yeah, that will be an issue. Okay, here even if they throw a blue shell, it wouldn't land in time, so it doesn't matter. They can still throw a red one. My green shell got robbed and I win. Alright. It seems that Birdo will keep the streak going. At least, it seems that for now, we ain't gonna lose. We are not gonna lose. Like, I cannot allow the game to make me lose. So I think we are fine. Probably. But yeah. They are in, well, I think that there are 4 cups remaining. So pace-wise, we are doing super well, actually. Pace-wise, we are on a roll. There are 4 remaining. Okay, so for DLC, I could pick Wiggler. I mean, again, I don't know if a Cat Pitch is a DLC or not. I don't know. And also these morons, I don't know if any of these are DLC. I don't think they are. I guess just in case I'm gonna pick Wiggler. At least this is a guaranteed DLC. But you know, oh, but this is... Remember that I mentioned that Grease track that was one of the hardest DLC ones? Well, it's in this one. At least it's the first track, so if you lose, you can just change it, but this could be an issue. So, since you're a Mario Kart expert, Yannick, what are the DLC characters in this game? Because, or rather, I guess the question is if the collaboration characters are DLCs. And then my question is if Tanuki Mario and Cat Peach are DLC as well. Because something tells me they are, but at the same time, I don't know. You don't know either? It's okay. Well, for now, except for Rosalina, obviously, all of the characters that I play, I am 100% sure they are DLC. But yeah, there are still 3 more cups remaining, and I'm not really sure about the whole DLC shit. The ones that I could play... I mean, I could definitely play Cat Peach, but... I don't know who else. I mean, I guess I could play the Inkling. I don't really care about the Villager. I guess the other one could be Isabel. I also don't care about Link. I simply cannot care about Link. Link is one of those characters that, yeah. No thank you. No. I think characters like Link were a DLC in vanilla Mario Kart. Because there was also a Hyrule track that is part of the base tracks of Deluxe, but I'm pretty sure it was a DLC in vanilla Mario Kart 8. So yeah, maybe he's not a DLC. In which case... yeah. Well, this is the last track. Well, that went well. That actually went well. You know? So for being one of the hardest DLC tracks, wasn't that bad. So I guess the big next obstacle is gonna be... it's gonna be... How is it called? Rainbow Road, the Wii version. That one is most likely gonna be the next hardest track here. Probably. It will be an issue, but we will see. No, wrong side. Okay. Was already looking at the regular version of this. You know that it's interesting because there are a lot of tracks that playing them on mirror mode doesn't feel that unnatural, but for some reason tracks like this are super unnatural to me on mirror mode. It might be because I play them a lot, since this is a track from Double Dash if I'm not mistaken. So it could be that, but maybe it's just because... No, I don't know. I don't know what explanation I could give. I guess that's the best explanation. But it's just a track that I'm familiar with. So it's a little bit awkward to see it. To see it in reverse. So, did Double Dash have a mirror? I think it did. I mean, what was the first Mario Kart game to have mirror? Now I can't remember if it was Double Dash or if it was Mario Kart DS. It was one of those. I'm pretty sure. Okay, this is very bad. I might not win this one. This is indeed very bad. That red shell came in clutch, indeed. Wouldn't have won without it. Him. That was scary. I would have been pretty sad if Wiggler was the first one to lose. I would have feel bad for him. Well, at least it's very likely that one of the first ones to lose is most likely gonna be a collab character. I still don't know who to leave for the last cup. I'm thinking of Cat Peach, but no, you know who I'm gonna leave? It's not a DLC character. I'm gonna leave Gold Mario for last, actually. That's a terrible idea, especially considering Rainbow Road Wii. Like, that's a horrible idea. But it will be a special way of finishing it. So I guess I have to... I have to do it. I am forced to do it. It has to be that way. But it might be a bad idea. I mean, Gold Mario is usually a bad idea no matter what. It's the typical character that it's there to brag that you were able to unlock Gold Mario. Not because it's a good character, that's for sure. Hey, that's fine too. At least at that point, I will assume that we will reach the last cup by having 3 stars in all of them. So at that point I wouldn't mind retrying, you know. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, if there's only 1 cup remaining, sure. The issue with retrying will be if, like, it's the first cup and you're already losing. That will be bad. But yeah, thankfully this has gone pretty smooth. I guess I'm a natural. That's thanks to Inward Bike. I mean, maybe I could have gotten better with regular cards. I don't know, dude. Inward Bike just feels so natural to me. I mean, it feels natural now. Back when I was going one by one through the Mario Kart games, like from Super Mario Kart to Mario Kart 8, well, to this game, I mean, it didn't feel natural at all because I was used to more or less how the card physics were, even if they were relatively different between games. But yeah, now that I just play this game, yeah. Also, this is another one of the few DLC tracks that is actually not a Mario Kart Tour track or a returning track. This is a brand new track. For some reason we race in a bathroom. We just feel like racing in a bathroom. Just had to be that way. But it's a pretty cool track. Well, I guess now that you saw me play games like Toy Story Racer, the fact that I look at these tracks with a special admiration is because tracks like this were common in my childhood. Playing racing games where you're a little car, it was just a common occurrence, but relatively. Yeah. So tracks like this won't really take me back to that. I really need to play Twisted Metal Small Brawl at some point. I just wish it wasn't so long if you want to unlock everything. It really is quite long. I mean, you can also just play the main mode with one character and that's it. But if you do that, it's kind of like the opposite. It's a very short game. They are basically between two extremes. Like you either play it only with one character, and that one character will take you an hour at most probably, or you play it with all the characters, which are like more than 10, and it takes you like, well, it will take you 10 hours if they are 10, but I think they are more than 10. Wouldn't be surprised if they were like 12 or something. Wait, this is bad. Uh-oh. Okay, not that bad. The momentum carried me. And even if it didn't carry me, the finish line was right there. Okay. Well, Wiggler is also saved from being the first loser. Well, maybe there's not gonna be any first loser. Maybe everyone is gonna win. Everyone is a winner. It's a possibility. We will see though how it goes. Oh, there you have it. 3 stars again. And with 3 stars, there are 3 cups remaining. But yeah, I think it's time to bring out the collaboration characters. And I think I'm gonna pick Ingling and Isabel, most likely. Because yeah, I pick all of the ones already from these rows. And the ones that I still have my doubts if they are DLC characters is Pink Gold Peach and Cat Peach. But I think that, as I say, this might be base characters for the Deluxe edition, same as these collabs, I guess. But I guess I could pick the Inkling Girl. Well, you have even multiple variations of the same girl. I'm just gonna pick the regular one. Alright. Into the Cherry Cup. And I guess the next one can be Isabella or Isabel, whatever the fuck her name was, and the last one Gold Mario to close it out. I think that's a good plan. I personally think it's a good plan. We will see though how it goes. Especially with that Gold Mario, things can go very badly. But yeah, we will see. I wonder in what position Splatoon is right now. Oh, also my rival is, as expected, the Inkling Boy. Like, Splatoon, I know that it's a Nintendo exclusive, so you don't usually hear about Nintendo exclusives that much unless you actually follow Nintendo. But I don't know what's the current state of Splatoon. I think there is an Splatoon 3. It's a game that I never cared for, because I don't like multiplayer games. Well, not to mention that you will have to pay the online subscription anyway, though. Wouldn't be interested at all. Yeah. I don't know. It's also a little bit weird now that I think about it. There is not a single track in this game that belongs to Splatoon, right? Because you have Animal Crossing and Legend of Zelda tracks, while you also have the characters, but I don't think there is a single Splatoon track. It's a little bit weird if you include the character. Well, it's weird since the other ones have it. If the other ones didn't have it, it would be whatever. If my memory serves me right, there are no Splatoon tracks in this game. Yeah, I guess a little bit awkward. Because I mean, if you really wanted to, you could definitely do a Splatoon track. It would be funny if the squid ink didn't affect you when you pick either the Inkling girl or the Inkling boy. But yeah, no, that will be cheap. That's not how it works. I think the only Mario Kart game, well no, not the only one, there were multiple ones. One of the Mario Kart games that had item preference was Double Dash on the GameCube. Depending on which character you have, you could throw a special item that other characters couldn't. So for example, if you pick Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, you will get a giant banana peel as one of the items. And other characters didn't have that. Or if, for example, you pick Toad and Toadette, you will get like... You will get... Wait, what will you get? Oh yeah, the mushrooms, of course. I mean, everyone gets mushrooms, so I think that they specifically had the chance of having golden mushrooms and stuff like that. Or actually, maybe it was the big mushroom. Because you know that this game has a lot of items, like Mario Kart 8, but there is one item that never made it into this game, which is the giant mushroom. And it's weird because I'm pretty sure the giant mushroom was also part of the first Super Mario, right? Well, I don't know about that, but I do remember it being part of Double Dash. Basically, you will turn into a giant version of yourself. You will be able to run over everyone. And also, I think it acted as a turbo in the sense that there weren't any surfaces that could slow you down, so you could just keep going wherever you wanted. But yeah, for some reason, this game doesn't have that. I guess that they determined that they already had too many broken items already. Well, by broken I mean the high tier items, like you have the blue shell, you have the golden mushroom, you have bullet bill, you have the lightning, the crazy 8. I think that's it though. You have those 5. I think that 5 top tier items is good enough. You know, 5 top tier items might be already excessive. But I mean, I don't think it will change too much, because as long as you make the collective chance of making a top tier item low enough, it's not like you will feel a difference. Because it's not like every item has to have a chance individually. You can just make a group of items have like 2% chance, right? Well, or in the case that Mario Kart works, you only get some items if you are far from the leader. Well, they could have done that, but I guess they probably didn't want to deal with multiple possible interactions. Because I mean, if you can become Cheyenne, there are some places that might not be prepared for that. And I think that this track is a good example. So this track has a tunnel, which is this one. If you are the Cheyenne version of yourself here, not only there is a chance your head will get out of the tunnel, but I think that you also wouldn't have too many... you wouldn't be able to handle yourself inside the tunnel very well. Because you will be gigantic, but the tunnel is small, you know? So I guess maybe that's why they didn't put it, because they will have to rework a lot of tracks. That being said, it's still a lazy reason, but it's understandable. But not that big of a deal, especially when... Oh, I forgot actually about another super item this game has, which is the superstar. I somehow forgot about the most common super item. But yeah, I guess that makes it 6. But yeah, the superstar basically fulfills the same purpose as the big mushroom. It's just that I think that the big mushroom might make you go faster. And so does the superstar, but... Also, I saw a Goomba just fly in front of me. I think someone behind me hit the Goomba and it just made it fly right where I was. Thankfully those things don't have contact damage when someone throws it. Would have still been a disaster. At least the Goomba took the hit for me. Oh, a blue shell, but it's gonna be too late. Too late for that blue shell, my friend. I'm afraid. That hit animation is pretty funny. Okay. What was the last track here? I think it was another returning track. If... No, well, yes, it's from Mario Kart Tour, but... It's Vancouver. I think this was also a hard track. And losing it will be an issue considering it's the last track of the cup. But we will see. Let's not invite tragedy. Seeing characters in these big ass boogies is always so funny. Those are the type of cards I will never pick. Those cards are supposed to be very heavy, but they handle like shit. Usually. Wow, where are you going? This is already a very bad start. At least I will get some good items. That's the benefit of being behind. You will get items to save your sorry ass. It's not something I will recommend, because it all depends on luck, and not to mention that being surrounded by other drivers also means that your chances of getting hit are higher too. So yeah, not the best thing to do. To sandbag on purpose, at least not in single player. Not in multiplayer it can be... Well, I mean, if it's busted in multiplayer, it's busted in single player, but... Yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately though, this is bad. I'm in 4th place. Like the worst position in this cup so far. Where is the Inkling guy? Okay, he's there. I need something better. Yeah, something like this. Oh, and another one, yeah. Well, but the issue with this is that I can get hit very easily. Not anymore. There can still be a blue shell though, and that will be terrible. I guess at least the Inkling boy is close to me. He got hit. Like that red shell warning actually hit Inkling boy. And there is a blue shell. This might be the first loss, actually. It might be. Will be sad, but it could be. No, it won't be. Not by much, though. Like, Wario is right below me. Like, he's right, not below, I mean behind him. That was close. I think, no, that wasn't the closest race. The closest race so far was in the Daisy Cruise. The Daisy Cruise, where I only won because I used a red shell right at the end. That one was the closest one. Alright. Only 2 to go. So yeah, I guess I could use Isabelle, well, as I said, Isabelle and Gold Mario for the last 2. Let's see how it goes. Let's just see if we can keep the streak going. Because maybe we don't. It will be nice to win them all in the first try. It will make me happy. Hard to tell. Winning them on the first try already was quite interesting up until this point. I have a feeling that Rainbow Road Wii is gonna be the one thing that makes me lose. Which will be sad because I will still win the cup and I will get the credits. Getting the credits is quite sad if you don't get all 3 stars. It's like it's not over yet. What are you doing? Ah, 2? Really? And as expected, the rival, if you pick Isabelle, is gonna be the villager from Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is definitely the kind of game I should never touch, right? It seems like it's the antithesis of what I play. It seems like it's absolutely the antithesis. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, it's like playing The Sims, but it's mostly It's like a combination of The Sims and SimCity, right? So yeah, neither of those games I'm interested in. Well, not to mention that I think it also has some resource management. It couldn't be furthest from what I play. Really is the absolute opposite. It's a shame though, because it seems like they are the kind of games that, well, I guess as it is expected from Nintendo, they have a lot of effort. That was pretty close. I could have actually lost there. Wait, was the villager that close? I didn't even see it in the minimap. For all I know, the villager could have been right behind me. I didn't even see her. Okay. No problem. Donkey Kong Mountain with an inward bike is also hard to drive because of those corners that you saw there with the ledges. The villager was about to axe my head. Damn. Unbelievable. Why so violent? Oh, that reminds me, it's hard to think that this character, Isabelle, is actually in 2 games outside of Animal Crossing. Well, she might be in more, but she's in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and in Smash Ultimate. And this character is supposed to be an NPC. Like, I'm pretty sure that none of the characters in this game are normally NPCs. Like, some of them are villains, so you don't play as them technically. The point is that to have an NPC that is not a villain, that it's just a regular friendly NPC, is quite interesting. Pretty sure she's the only character like that. Because I think that you play as Birdo in some of the Yoshi Island games, right? And maybe some of the regular Mario games as well. And then you have characters that are either protagonists or playable or villains. And then you have Isabelle, that is just an NPC. Well, I don't know if you can play as Isabelle, but for what I understand, the whole point of Animal Crossing is that you are the villager that, well, manages the village. So I don't know if you can play as NPCs. I know you can invite NPCs to your island, but playing as them, I don't think it's possible. I fucked up. Nah, it's fine. I get another bomb as a reward. Pretty cool. The sounds she makes are also pretty funny. It seems that maybe I exaggerate a little bit with the inward bike here, though you can tell that the corners are not easy to make. It's just that I am also not, well, I crashed there, I guess. Wait, where is the second place? Okay, you know, it's far, don't worry about it. We are fine. Isabelle is a known villain, Tim. Unbelievable. How is it going, Clone Cat? Apparently Isabelle is a very popular... Well, no shit, it's a very popular character since, as I say before, she's both in Mario Kart and in Smash Ultimate. Because in Mario Kart you can mostly understand that there's gonna be characters that are like very... very random, since they just drive. But having this character in a fighting game, it's something. Oh, I didn't notice that in this track there was a statue of baby Luigi and baby Daisy, aside from the regular Luigi and Daisy statue. That's pretty cute. I never noticed that. Or maybe it's only in this game. I don't remember that being the case in Mario Kart Wii. I don't know. What I don't know is if they like put the popular characters from Animal Crossing. What I don't know is why they don't put Anka. What could possibly be the issue with that character? She apparently is very popular, but for some reason Nintendo doesn't use her in crossovers. I wonder what's the reason behind that. I couldn't guess. Couldn't possibly imagine the reason. There is a clone cat here. Wait, hold up, I might lose this. Second place is very close and a blue shell will clearly back me up. No, okay, no blue shells in sight and the finish line is right there, so don't worry about it, you got it. No issues. She's. Alright. And one more race for this cup. Was this Bowser Castle? I think... No, Bowser Castle... I can't remember if it was here or in the NES Cup. Like the Bowser Castle from Super Nintendo. No, it's on the NES one. So this one... Oh, this one is actually an original track for this game. One of the few DLC original tracks. I didn't like this one too much though. Like, it seems like an underwater track and that's it. Which, I mean, it's not a bad thing. Well, you also go aside from, like, you get out of the water eventually. But, like, I feel that this is one of those cases that I would have wished that instead of putting a new track, they put a returning one. And the one that I wanted to see return is one of the ones from Mario Kart 7, which is what was it called? Well, I don't remember the name, but it was an Arabian track with a lot of Shy Guys. That track was very cool. But unfortunately, it's one of the few tracks that I like that didn't make it into this game. Because I like most of the tracks of this game. But that one didn't make it. Unfortunately. Maybe for Mario Kart 9. Wait, that's the other question. How are they gonna make Mario Kart 9, dude? I mean, I will assume that people wouldn't mind paying again, even if it means having less tracks. But I cannot imagine a Mario Kart 9, dude. How will you make that when you have the perfect Mario Kart game already, which is this one? I just cannot imagine it. Because this game is just something else. With the amount of content and also the people that play it online. Also, we might... Okay, she got hit by the green shell. Yeah, it's the exact same case as Smash, indeed. Like, I don't think you will be able to make another Smash game. But as I was saying, we're talking about Nintendo here, and if there's something that Nintendo fans are very notorious for, is buying everything that Nintendo produces, even if it is an inferior product. So I can definitely imagine that there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna buy it if there is a new Mario Kart or a new Smash. But like, they will, unless they somehow can include all the content, it will be clearly an inferior product. But yeah, I wonder how it's gonna happen. Unfortunately, I think the answer is gonna be the most disappointing one. The answer is simply that it's just gonna be a game with less content and that's it. It's like nothing special, just that. Yeah. Unfortunately, that might be the case. Alright. So now that there's only one cup remaining, I'm gonna use Gold Mario. It's gonna be a special. Wait, and if we're gonna do that, I almost forgot. We could use the Gold Glider. Because the gold wheels and the gold cart change a lot how the car handles. But the Gold Glider doesn't change it that much. It's also not preferable. Like, I would prefer the standard one. But not that big of a deal. That being said, it will be pretty sad if it's the only cup that I cannot 3-star on the first try. It will be quite sad. But I don't know, we will see. But yeah, so far all of those 3 stars were first try. But yeah, at the same time, I'm kinda asking for this try to be a defeat, considering that I'm using Gold Mario. But then again, if I was able to use PT Piranha, that is the heaviest character in the game with Bowser, I'm pretty sure this guy is not gonna be that big of a deal, right? Because as I say before, I'm using an inward bike. So the weight shouldn't be that relevant in corners, at least. But we will see. I remember when you, Yannick, and Klonka came to my stream at the same time. That happened a long time ago, basically when I played Toho. I remember that the two of you will come to my stream almost simultaneously. I don't know what type of synchronization in your heads you have. I remember you being like that. They might fuck that up, but that's fine. That's not fine though. Fuck. That's what I get for throwing out the green shell for no reason then. I think that all of that is gonna cost me. And I only have myself to blame. You see, I could blame the RNG for that lining, but I am the one that crashed against the wall and let the item go instead of protecting. That being said, the second place is still far, so the only thing that could be an issue will be none other than the blue shell, of course. Hey, you are in the same botnet? Nice. Good to know. Oh, football. We got some football in here. No worries. Yeah, that wasn't bad. I was just exaggerating. You believe Clonky hasn't saved a single VOD for the last 2 years? Why will you not do that? Wait, why do you dislike VODs on Twitch? I mean, for an spectator, it's the best thing you can do, since Twitch player doesn't allow you to go back. If you miss something, you can do that. But even if you weren't watching, like if there was a stream that you missed for whatever reason, giving the viewers the ability to watch it at any time is also a good idea. And it doesn't cost you anything. It's not like you have to pay money to have the VODs. You don't even need to be affiliate. You just need to enable an option in the configuration, and that's it. Right? Unless Kyle is talking about highlights, which is a different story. But yeah, with VODs, unless you are somehow embarrassed of your streams and you don't want them to be watched again, there is no reason not to enable VODs. You know? Wait, can you do it? Okay, no, you cannot do that. Well, you can, but you shouldn't do that without shrooms. Yeah, bad idea. Very, very bad idea. I assume he's talking about highlights. Oh, okay. If you have the VOD activated, then that's cool. About the highlights though, the thing is that if you want to enable highlights, in the sense that if you do a random ass stream, even if there's nothing of value, if you want to call it that way, on that stream, you can still highlight it and nothing's gonna happen. Like, Twitch is not gonna tell you, hey, you're highlighting too much shit, cut it out. Like, in fact, I highlight almost every single stream I do, regardless of what they have. And Twitch still hasn't sent me an angry email. What sounds angry though is my voice, because apparently it's gone. Unlucky. But we're fine. Okay. So the last two tracks are Super Nintendo Bowser's Castle and Mario Kart Wii Rainbow Road. That last one will be the real issue, obviously. Only thing I ever highlighted is when I beat Flan. Oh, you mean beat Flan in Toho 6? Next thing you know, Argentina will share the Korea fate. Yeah, but I actually don't know what happened with Korea, because I mean, the other day I saw a Korean chatter came into my chat, and I also see some Korean streamers stream on Twitch. Some of them, not all of them. The ones that I used to watch are not streaming anymore, but for some reason there is a Korean streamer that does. And well, one and multiple. And I mean, I understand that they can use VPN, sure. But I'm surprised that they would. In NordVPN, it could be. I mean, as I say before, China is very used to use VPN because of the infamous Great Firewall of China, right? So I guess Korea can also do that. I don't see why not. They can monetize? Oh, they can't monetize. Wait, really? I mean, they told me that... Well, they told me. What I read is that like Twitch just got out of Korea. They didn't specify that it was only the payments. If it's only the payments, there is still no reason not to stream on Twitch, because you can just do a multi-stream. And that's the weird thing, because one of the streamers that I watch was already multi-streaming before the Twitch thing happened. So why wouldn't he multi-stream now? Even if he cannot monetize? I mean, he can still monetize through donations. Yeah, that Korea sue them for leaving. That's also something I read. Even when operating at a loss. If they didn't pay, they would just ban it from Korea. But yeah, it seems that that didn't end up happening anyways. You know? But yeah. They know about the suing. Yeah, apparently that's what they say they will do. So here comes the actual problem. This track, I don't know if I can beat it on the first try. And let me tell you that if I don't beat it on the first try, I'm gonna retry the whole cup just because of that. Yes, I will. Considering that I have every other 3 stars, I obviously will attempt getting the 3 stars on this one. But it's hard to tell. I mean, is it gonna be that hard? Well, I mean, it's a hard track. But I think that, ironically, with an inward bike, it might be easier than with a regular kart. There are some sharp corners, but I think that the corners are also wide enough to give you a lot of room to slide with the inward bike. And as long as you have a little bit of room with the inward bike, that's all you need. Because afterwards it's gonna be a direct drift. You're just gonna drift all the way. I think the last corner is the hardest thing here. Because the thing about the last corner is that I'm pretty sure that it's impossible to do without drifting. So if for some reason you fail to initiate a drifting, you're most likely gonna die. Well, by die I mean fall. You're gonna fall down. And that's a problem because you have a very hard to dodge booster. You have a booster that is actually very, very hard to avoid. So if you're not already drifting, you're most likely gonna get fucked. Speaking of getting fucked though, I'm getting fucked by every single item in existence. So that won't help. It's alright though. Surely it won't be that bad, right? Surely this is not that big of a deal. Uh-oh, that was close. This is the corner of truth. If you don't start drifting well, and you cannot see, that's the reason also why that corner is so messed up, because you cannot see the corner, because it starts on an uphill, on a slope. So you cannot see the corner until you're already there, and even when you're there, you cannot see it. You can only go quite blind into it. You have to rely on memory, which is what I'm doing. And unfortunately that Koopa is a little bit close. I don't like it. Wow, this music is very funny when the lightning happens. Especially such a good song as this one, you know. It's especially insulting to hear it with the lightning. Well, it seems that no matter what, it's not gonna be an issue. Every race on the first try every DLC race in the game beaten on the first try. Just like that. Well, I guess it's not something very hard to do in the first place, since, like, this is hard if you're playing 200cc, but in 150 it's not a problem. Because, I mean, mirror mode is just 150, but with mirror, of course. We try harding, but no, that's the thing, I didn't even need to try hard. And I remember when I did the same thing with the base caps, it actually did take a little bit. Like, there were, I think, 2 caps that I couldn't beat on the first try, and they kinda took multiple attempts to do. So yeah. Well, I guess we can enjoy the credits now. I don't mind letting them rock here. Alright. Well, another objective of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe completed. I guess at some point I will probably want to do the staff ghosts and all of that. But yeah, those are probably gonna be a lot harder to do. Not to mention that differently from the base caps, they don't unlock anything. In the base caps, if you did all of the staff ghosts in a specific setting, I think that you got the golden wheels. Yeah, I think it was the golden wheels. So something like that made more sense because you had an incentive to do it. Without that incentive, I'm not sure if I'm that interested in doing staff ghosts. Like, I'm not that much of a fan of time trial. Like, doing this is fun simply because you compete against, even if it's the CPU, it doesn't matter, it's still fun to compete against it, right? But yeah, time trial, I'm not sure if I'm that big of a fan. Well, in Crash Team Racing, I was a fan simply because it unlocked something just like in the original Crash Team Racing. Well, I was talking about the remake, obviously. But yeah, I think that without a motivation to do time trial, like without an unlock, I don't know if I'm that interested. I mean, it's still a challenge in the sense that you can challenge yourself with that, just like I'm doing with this, that also doesn't have any reward, but nah, I don't think I will. But you never know. I mean, after all, I like this game a lot, so any excuse to play this game, I will say that is a good excuse. Well, the only issue is that, as I said earlier, since I don't have the online subscription anymore, playing online is not possible, but it's, who cares? I mean, besides, that's the thing. Playing this game online is such a solve-fest. Problem is that it's kind of like there isn't that much balance. Like, playing this game online is an absolute solve-fest that makes you want to break something in half. But playing this game normally, like I did today, is not hard at all. But it's like it's hard to find a challenging ground that doesn't want to make you break something. I mean, I guess one thing that is challenging that doesn't involve time trial will be trying to get 3 stars in all the caps in 200cc. But that seems like it has the potential to be as salty as playing online. The 200cc is very hard to handle. It's just very, very hard. So yeah, probably not the greatest idea, I will say. But yeah. Regardless, what's important is that this game is great. And I really don't know what they are gonna do to follow it up. I have my doubts and my concerns. about what they can possibly do as a Mario Kart 9. Like, what I can expect is that there might be for like the Switch 2 a Mario Kart 8 Super Deluxe or whatever. And I think that that will be the best outcome. That being said, the most likely answer is that it's gonna be, as I said before, a new game with less content than this one, and that's it. Just for you. Alright, but we got it. That's what's important. Okay, I don't think this unlocks like any background or anything like that, right? Because in Mario Kart games, if you do all caps in all difficulties or something, you get a background, but I think not anymore. I think I already did that. You know, we have the same background that actually started in this stream, which is Link. So yeah. Maybe the 8 really was an infinity symbol. It will just get re-released forever. I hope. That to me is the best outcome. If this game just keeps getting re-released but with more content, it will be the best outcome for everyone. I mean, some people will complain because they want like a new Mario Kart, but there is no reason to get a new Mario Kart. You will already get new tracks with the inevitable DLCs that it will have, so I don't care. It can keep being Mario Kart 8 forever, and I will be glad. But yeah, that being said, since I got what I was looking for, that's gonna be it for me for today. So thanks everyone a lot for watching. I'll be seeing you on the next stream, so have a good one and take care.